Hello to my CCN fam. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new viewer, welcome to my channel and welcome to the family. Hit the subscribe button so that you can become a part of our family. So yeah, also ignore this. I know there's a fantastic. I was just telling you guys to ignore this mess, and look what happened. Hang on, I'm just yeah, so just a bunch of charges and everything. So just ignore that. Yeah, so without any further ado, you guys know why you clicked on this video and why am I here. So yeah, this video is so random. I swear, like I thought I'm not gonna make this video, but then I was like, hey, let's make it might be something fun to share with my family. You guys are my family. If you're not my family yet, hit the subscribe button and join, become part of my family. So yes. Wait a minute. Now I'm thinking, did I say CCN? Culture Christian Nation? Yes. I hope so because sometimes I see CNN and like the news channel, it's so confusing. But anyway, CCN. So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Yes, so about this topic, so let me just get a little bit comfortable because there's a lot to talk about this topic, especially regarding my house. So, let me get comfortable. So, yes, my house is kind of what? It's kind of sus. Like, trust me, I know this video is gonna be like, what the hell is she talking about? How, what, so random. Like, this is completely pivoted from my channel, but yes, it is my house, which kind of suspicious. Trust me, it does its fair share of such things. So I don't know where to begin. Like I don't remember the first experience that I had in my house. Like, but I've had so many, so I don't remember the first experience that I have, and I don't even know where to begin. Like what to share. Like half the things I'm gonna share in this video, especially one particular one that happened with me. Like a few months back, I think it was 2 months or 3 months ago. That is straight out of a horror movie. I swear, guys, that is straight out of a horror movie. It's going to sound so surreal. Like nobody is going to believe me, but you guys just have to take my word for it because it happened. It happened. So yeah, okay. So not only me, my sister, my mom have also experienced things, but not my dad because he's kind of like a skeptic. Like he's skeptical about things like this. Whatever, even if he must have experienced something, he's gonna say that it's rational. He's gonna rationalize it. So yeah, that's the thing about him. But yeah, me, my mom, and my sister, we have experienced things. Oh, let me begin with my mom. So the first thing that she had experienced here in this house is when I was a baby. This was years back, okay, years back when I was a baby, and we were in the other room, in the master bedroom, and she was kind of putting me to sleep, okay, and one of her relatives or her grandmother had passed away. May her soul rest in peace. So yeah, what my mom felt was she was putting me to sleep, and she went to sleep, okay, and she also fell asleep, and she suddenly had this experience like, okay, guys, okay, before I say anything, please take my word for it. I'm not faking anything. Whatever I'm saying in this video is true. I swear, I cross my heart and hope to die. I swear, whatever is in this video, I'm not making it up. It's true. I have experienced. My mom, sister have all experienced. I'm not making things up, okay? I swear, believe me. I swear on BTS. Also, guys, I'm a big BTS army. I never lie. I swear on BTS. I swear to God, everything is true. So, yes. So, yeah, she experienced that, someone was pressing down her neck and she was feeling as if, somebody was choking her. And she told this to me and my sister. And yeah, that was also one of the experiences she had. She felt this, and she was alone at home that time just with me. And yeah, that was the experience she had. Like, as if somebody was, choking her or, putting pressure on her neck, and she felt, heaviness on her chest. And she told that this was just recently her grandmother or somebody close relative passed away in the family, and that's as soon as that happened, she felt this experience. So yeah, that was kind of like the first experiences that she has, and she has told me so many experiences her friends have had, or her cousins have had, in the family. So yeah, it's not just us, everybody has experience, obviously. And if you can relate to this, if you have experienced anything like this in your life, in your family, you can relate. Give me, a follow on Instagram, subscribe to my channel so we can relate. Give this video a like, subscribe to my channel so we can relate soul to soul. So yeah, that was one of the experiences of my mom that she had. So now I told one of hers. My mom has experienced a lot of other things, but yeah, I'll tell you guys the most recent ones that happened with me because that is so Oh my lord, that is so mind blowing that I have to tell you guys that. So, I'll tell you that since it's the most recent one, I'll tell you that, and then, we'll move on to the other, a little lower down experiences because this one was epic. Let's move on to that. Yes, the most recent one I had. Okay. So, and this is again recently, just a few months back. I know it's a few months back, it's not that recent, but yeah, it's recent only. So, a few months back, okay, it was evening, around 7, 8 something evening, around that time, and all of us were at home, my mom, dad, sister, all of us were at home, and my dad was watching TV. So then he had to go out somewhere. So, he had to go down or, somewhere do his work. So he paused it and he left and he went down. So the TV was paused for a long time, like a pretty, pretty long time. So and then he left. So he was watching something on YouTube, and it was an advertisement. So he paused it at the advertisement and then he left. Then my mom and sister was at home, and then they also had some work, or and they wanted to go down for work and everything, so they left. So before my mom and sister left, the TV was already paused for about half an hour or 1 hour or something, because my dad had left a long time back. So and it was already paused for like a long time. So then my sister and my mom also left, and the TV was still paused. Even after they left, it was paused for about another hour. So around 2 to 3 hours the TV was paused. So yeah, they left and I was alone at home, obviously. So yeah, I was alone, and what happened was, okay, sit down. If you're not sitting down, sit down for this, and oh my god, brace yourselves, because what I'm about to say is going to sound so, oh my god, straight out of The Conjuring. So what happened was, the TV unpaused itself. What? Yes, guys. Yes, guys. I swear this happened. This is true. I'm not faking it. I'm not lying. I swear this happened. I know it's going to sound fake. I mean, it sounds fake. And when I'm saying it, it's like, no, it's not possible. This cannot have happened. But it did. I was alone at home, and you guys have to just, take my word for it. It happened. So, the TV unpaused itself. So, let's get into details. So at this time, around this time, there was nobody at home. And to make it even more, eerie, the hall was completely dark. There were no lights on in the hall. The only lights that was there was the TV light, and the light coming from the street. And because the curtains were drawn, so those were the only lights coming. Because before leaving, they switched the lights up in the hall and they left. So yeah, so the hall was completely dark. So no lights, only the TV light and bahar ka light under आ रहा था. So, and the remotes were on the sofa. So, like TV is here, okay, like way over here. The sofa is way over there, over there. And the remotes were like एकदम corner में, एकदम खोपचा में, it was एकदम वहाँ पे. And I was there doing my own business. So, I was in the kitchen. I came in the kitchen. I was filling water. I was like, I'm off my own, but in my fairyland. I was filling water, and then suddenly I hear something coming from the hall, and I was like, what? And it all of a sudden started playing. Okay, all of a sudden it just started playing. Like, imagine, okay, I was just filling water, in my own world, and I hear the TV playing. I was like, what just happened? I walk to the hall, and I see the TV is playing. It's unpaused. And I look over there, and I'm like, the freaking remotes are on the sofa, which is in the corner, like such a vast distance from the TV. And there was nobody at home. I thought somebody came and unpaused the TV. I was like, okay, maybe my dad must have come or somebody. But even if somebody would have come, I didn't hear the door open. I didn't hear the keys. I didn't hear the bell ringing. I didn't hear anybody coming in or making noise or anything. So it just out of nowhere the TV started playing, and I was like, what? So I went to the hall and I saw it. What? It was playing. I was like, what? I had to go in every room and I had to say hello, hello, hello. Like, is anybody home? Did anybody come home? Nobody was at home, guys. And the TV started playing. Like, I, like, oh my god, yeah, like it started playing randomly. Like there was the advertisement going on, okay? And there's no such setting or features, in the TV that after a couple hours of not playing it unpauses it. Like if you keep it paused and after sometimes it according to the timer after an hour or half an hour not playing, वो automatic start करके it starts playing. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. I confirmed with my sister also, like, is there any setting like this in our TV? Like, it automatically starts playing. She's like, no, ऐसा कुछ setting नहीं है. So the TV unpaused itself and started playing on its own. So, I hear the TV playing. I walk in the hall and I'm just standing and I'm like watching the TV playing on its own. I'm standing there, completely dark in the hall, and the TV is playing. Nobody at home. I'm alone. Remotes are on on the sofa. I just look at the TV and I stand there like, okay, so this happened. I'm alone at home. TV is playing on its own after being paused for over an hour, half an hour, 2 hours. I don't know how much time. And I was like, hmm. So then I walk over. I take the remote. I pick up the remote, and then I pause it. And then I go, okay. So now what am I supposed to like? Such a thing happened, but then again, I'm used to it. I mean, at first, yes, I was like, oh my god, what happened? Obviously, I'm gonna be like startled and everything, but then I was like, eh. So what I did? Nothing. I just said, okay, this happened, big deal. I paused it. I paused the TV, I kept the remote, and I went back to do my things. I went back in my room, I closed the door, and I was back to do my own things. I acted like as nothing happened. And also, I sleep alone. So, after such a eerie thing happened, somebody else was like, I'm so scared. The TV played, the TV is playing on started playing on its own. I'm not sleeping alone. But, oh, well, I didn't care, I just slept alone. And I had the best sleep of my life. Obviously, I was not scared night, I was like, nah, nothing, this is not a big deal, yeah, guys. So I slept alone, must means nothing happened that night. But yeah, that was the most freakiest thing that had happened when, I'm alone. Most of the things happen when I'm alone, guys. So yeah, the most freakiest thing that had ever happened in my house was I can say that the TV unpaused and started playing on its own. So yeah, let's move on to the next experience. Now I'll tell you what my sister has experienced. And then, I'll go on with the more subtle experiences that I've had and everything. So let's move on. So yeah, now my sister, she has also experienced many things, but I remember once she just, she was alone in the room, and nobody was there with her in the room. Obviously, she was doing her things, and I think it was around 3 a.m. that time. Yeah, it was 3 a.m. at that time. No, I don't think it was 3 a.m. that time. It was just a random evening. Yes, yes, correct. Because that time, my parents were in the hall, and I was in the other master bedroom, doing my time pass and everything. And she was in this bedroom where I'm currently filming. So yeah, so I remember she had locked the door, and I don't know what she was doing. Anyways, let's not get into that details. And I remember her asking me, I think after a while or the next day, I don't remember when she asked me, but I remember her asking, oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. If you see my eyes shifting, it's just like I'm not used to it, recording on my phone because I record through another device. So even in the previous videos that I've recorded through my phone, my eyes keep shifting because the camera is right here in front of me, and I tend to look at the screen, so then I have to remind myself, look at the camera, not the screen, because then the eye gaze is forward. So I have to look at the camera, I have to look at you guys. So I'm so sorry if you guys see my eyes shifting. It's just me realizing that, oh wait, I don't have to look here straight, I have to look here at the camera. So yeah, anyways, my eye gaze is gonna keep shifting. I'm really sorry for that. I'll try to keep my gaze over here. But anyway, so where was I? Moving on. So yes, my sister. Then she came and she asked me that did you knock the door? I was like, no, why the hell will I knock the door? I didn't need anything from there. I never knocked the door. Nobody ever came here and knocked the door. I don't know. So she told me that, are you sure? Are you serious? You never knocked the door? I'm like, no, I never knocked the door. She's like, she heard a knock at the door 3 times. And you guys know what 3 times means, right? I mean, have you seen horror movies? Have you seen paranormal things? 3 times, 3 knocks means something fishy. So she told me she heard 3 knocks at the door, and when she opened the door, nobody was there. She must have thought that I was pranking her, sibling wars, you knock and you run away. You just want to trouble them, so you knock at the door and, irritate them. But I was like, no, bro, why would I do that? Why would I come and just knock at the door and move away? I'm not stupid. So she was like, she heard 3 knocks at the door, one, two, three, and nobody was there. So she was like, okay, that's freaky. So I was like, no, I didn't knock the door. I don't know if mom or dad knocked the door, but it wasn't me. And obviously, it wouldn't have been them. Why would they bother her? So it wasn't them. So yeah, she told me that she heard 3 knocks. She opened the door, nobody was there. And this happened to me also. Like, okay, once I was, I just taken a shower, TMI. I just took a shower, I washed my hair and everything, and I came in to change. Okay, and I locked the door. Obviously, my sister wasn't there at that time. My parents were in the hall watching TV, doing their own thing. I came inside this room. I came to the room to, change and everything. And I locked the door. And what I hear is jiggling. Like, somebody trying to open the door and, jiggling the door and, somebody trying to get in because obviously I locked it. So, somebody fidgeting with the doorknob and everything. I was like, huh? And then I opened the door and nobody was there. I was like, what? I was like, huh, weird. I hear that and I'm like, what? So then I open the door and nobody was there. Then I walk in the kitchen and I peep in the hall and I see like my parents are sitting there and my sister is at home. Nobody else is at home. So there was nobody. I heard tickling at the door. Okay, this motion is very suspicious. You double-minded people. No, 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 no. Okay, don't go to that motion. Okay, even I am so sorry for doing that motion. It was really weird and really suspicious. But move on from that. I'm not gonna. I just heard the door jiggle and somebody tried to get in, but okay. Also, if you didn't think that double meaning thing, I know some people did out there. So anyways, so. Yeah, I heard that jiggling at the door, but there was nobody over there. And also that three times knocking thing, even it's happened with me. I've opened the door and there's nobody there. All I've said, yeah, hello, what do you want, mom, dad, what? But no response, so nobody was there. And then, that's just some of the few things. Ooh, also one more experience, one fishy experience which happened with me and my sister. Oh my gosh, we have experienced two most fishy things. Okay, let's move on to that. There are two experiences, which. So let's move on to that. So the first experience, okay, this was again years back, and me and my sister were here, and my sister was actually planning to go for a sleepover to her friend's house, and she was sitting in this room. She was sitting, she was here. The door is like right over here, okay, like over there. So then she was sitting and I was standing outside the door and we were conversing. And by the time I used to not sleep alone, I used to sleep with somebody. So I used to sleep with my mom, or I used to sleep with no, I've never slept with my mom because she has snoring and I'm like, so yeah, I used to sleep with my sister or I used to sleep with my dad. So by the time I used to not sleep alone yet. So yeah, so she was going for a sleepover, and we were just out there conversing. I was like, oh my god, how am I going to sleep alone? Do I have to sleep alone, or do I have to sleep with dad? What was going to be the sleeping situation? And we were discussing this, and okay, this is again shocking. So, yeah. I don't remember who said this. Either I said or my sister said it. She was like, yes, yes, yes. I remember I said it. So I was like, if I have to, like, look at the coincidence of this. So I was like, if I have to sleep alone in the room, I'm gonna be sleeping with the demons in the room, okay? And the moment I said demons, the freaking light flickers. Like, what the hell? That was so incredible. Like, oh my god, like this light, okay, which is above our mirror, like right over there. As soon as I said I have to sleep alone with the demons in the room, the lights go boom, 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 boom. The lights flicker. And like it's flickered on point, on demons, it flickered. Coincidence. Like, what? Like, I said that and the lights flickered. And then me and my sister, we just like made eye contact. We looked at each other. We looked at the lights and we were like, okay, suspicious. As soon as I said I have to sleep alone with the demons in the room, I said demons and the lights flickered. We both were just like, oh, what just happened? But she was like, don't worry. It's a coincidence. I was like, yeah, it better hell be a coincidence because I was also a bit small that time. So I wasn't like that small. I wasn't like that big as in the middle teenage years. So yeah, that was just also one freaky thing. And yeah, this was the first freaky thing. And let's move on to the next freaky thing. This is also pretty creepy, you guys. And this one is real serious. No, actually, I think yes, this is actually the second thing, and there's also a third freaky thing that I have to tell you guys. So let's, quickly because it's getting exciting right now. So let's go. I'll tell it to you. So yes. So it goes as such, this was 2021, 22. When the Conjuring, the Devil Made Me Do It, that part released. It was that time. I remember 1 year, a year ago, 2 years ago, it must have released that time. So whenever that movie released, it was Tab Ki Baat. So yeah, in the morning, me, my mom, my sister, we were watching that horror movie, and then in the like not in the evening, at night while sleeping, this is when it happened. Okay, so me and my sister were in the room. We were putting the bed down for my mom to sleep. No, 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 for my mom to sleep. No, for yeah, I don't remember who. Yes, yes, it was for my mom to for us to sleep because yes, yes, it was for us because that time we used to sleep in this room on the floor. So we used to sleep together in this room on the floor. So yes, we were putting the bed for us to sleep, and suddenly we and also this is also very like suspicious because this happened the day we watched Conjuring movie. So is it again coincidence? I don't know. So yeah, that time we were just here conversing, doing our business, and we start to smell something fishy, like something very rotten, dead, like something very like like when you smell meat or a dead animal or if you ever think of how a smells. So yeah, we started getting some very ugh, smell in this room. It was like something very bad. And that time it was Saturday evening. It was Saturday night, and next day was Sunday. So my mom, she had kept some meat in the kitchen, for making the next morning. So she kept it at night, ऐसे ही बाहर रखा था साफ करके. She kept it out. So I think she had to keep it marinating overnight or something. So it was in the kitchen, and we started smelling that thing. And my parents were in the hall. My mom was in the hall doing her thing, and my dad was in the bedroom doing his thing. So it was just us. So, only me and her experienced this thing. So she was smelling that, and I was like, I first told her, Ki, do you smell that? What is that smell? She was like, yeah, even I'm getting that smell. What is it? It smells really bad in this room. All of a sudden, we just get this really bad smell. So we were like, where is that smell coming from? And it was coming only in this room. So we went outside the room. It was not coming anywhere. We went in the other bedroom, kitchen, hall. It was not going anywhere. And my sister said, there's a meat kept over there. So I was like, okay, is it that smell? Then she went, she smelled. She was like, no, this is smelling completely different. This is like normal. What we are smelling is like dead, like something dead. Like, and guys, this is serious. Like, if you remember, or if you're into paranormal, or if you have seen The Conjuring, whatever, horror movies, and especially that Conjuring movie, because I remember pointing this out to my sister. I told her, Callie. Okay, so okay, this is weird. Okay, I know my nickname is Callie, but my sister, I call her Callie. So it's weird. So I was like, Callie, do you remember in the movie that guy he says, if you smell something rotten or something dying or something dead, that means there is something demonic in the room. And I'm going to sound very unserious, so you're going to be like, "ये क्या फालतू बोल रही है?" Like, but yeah, if you're only interested, keep watching. And if you're only interested, invested in what I'm saying, then listen. If you're not interested, please don't watch it because I don't want, people being like, "Oh my God, she's talking all nonsense, she's taking it," and what she's like, क्या बकवास कर रही है? But only interested people continue watching. If you're not interested, if you're not interested, please don't watch it. Because I don't want you hating on, Okay, okay, okay. So if you're not interested, before going, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and then you may happily leave. So yeah, but the interested people are watching, so continue listening, guys. So you must be interested, so hence you're watching. So watching, hence you are watching. So yes, so I told my sister that if in the movie it was mentioned, if you have seen The Conjuring, The Devil Makes You Do It, you also must have heard it. You also must have seen that scene where he mentions that Ed, Lauren, Warren, he mentions that guy mentions it, that if you smell something dead or something rotten in your room, that means it's paranormal related. That means there's something demonic in your room. So then me and my sister, we go like, she was like, when I told her and I pointed this out, she was like, oh my God, yes, Calista, you are right. Like, he did mention this and they're smelling this. Like, we were so freaked out, okay? We were hella freaked out at that time. We were like, what the shit? Like, we got, like, we were like, okay, like, it was like a bit scared. And we were like, oh my shit, God, what? We have to sleep here in this night alone, just the two of us in this room. And we're smelling something so this was just so bad in this room, and we just watched a horror movie, and they said if you smell something bad means there's something bad in the room. So it was like really smelling bad. So what we did was we obviously, if you are if and mirrors, mirrors act as a portal and everything. So we cover the mirror, and also I do this. every night before I sleep. I sleep in this room where I'm filming right now. So I sleep in this room. So I always cover the mirror and I sleep. I put a towel over the mirror. I cover the mirror and I sleep. That's how I feel comfortable sleeping on because I don't want that mirror uncovered. I don't want to suddenly gap the night, look at myself, freak out, and freak out and get spooked. So I always cover the mirror and I sleep at night because I'm just it makes me feel extra safe in this room. So yeah, then what we did that day was we covered the room with the mirror and we kept the Bible next to oh yeah, I don't have it right now. I kept it back in here. It was a white color Bible. Uh, I kept it back in this place, or else I would have shown it to you which Bible. That yeah, we just covered the room and we kept a Bible over there, and that's how we slept that day. But it was really tricky. Nothing else happened that night. It was like okay, normal. We got good sleep and everything. We felt a bit okay, relaxed and safe. So yeah, that's what. After a while, the smell went away and everything, and yeah, that's what had happened that day. Actually, now this was the second experience. I'm telling you about the third experience. I don't know if it was the same day or not, but yeah, I don't know if this happened the same day, like that same night. I think not, or maybe no, it didn't happen the same night. It happened. It might have happened the same. I don't know because this is like years back. So I'll just get to the main experience. What had happened was I was doing my assignment, and that time me and my sister were sleeping alone. Yeah, because we used to sleep alone in this room only. So, yeah, I was sitting down here, like, and doing my assignment, and she was sitting over there down, and she was minding her own business. And that time I remember, yeah, I think the mirror was covered, and we already had a Bible there. So I think that was the same, that must have been the same day. Yeah, I mean that same night. So, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember the exact details, but the main thing was, so we were just minding our own business. I was doing my assignment, and all of a sudden we feel like, something's not right in this room. I think we heard a noise or something. Like we heard some noise coming from the hall. Yes, I remember we heard the speakers. We heard the speakers playing. Yes, yes. Okay, so we had this Zouk rocker speaker, okay, and it turns off and on through a like a rotating button thing. So you have to like rotate it to turn it on, and then it says like your Zouk rocker is ready to play, or Bluetooth mode. I think so. It makes a noise, and we heard that noise. Yes, we heard that speaker turn on, and we were like, "What?" Then I remember we went in the room. We went outside and we checked, and the speaker was not on. It was on, or it must have been. Yes, it is this. So I'm sorry, I'm so confused. It may be sounding like I'm making things up because I don't remember. But guys, come on, this was years back. How am I going to remember the exact details of what happened? I remember the main things what happened, but I don't remember before that what happened. Like I don't remember before what happened. So bear with me, guys. I swear I'm not faking this. This all happened. Yes. So, anyways, let's get into the main things. So yes, it was a speaker thing, and I think yes, my sister went outside, and yes, I remember. So there's a speaker. We both heard it, and it was not on. Yes, it was not on. And mostly my dad used to listen to the speaker. So it was night, right? So he used to switch it on and listen to music and sleep. So I asked. She went outside and checked if the speaker is on or if my dad switched it on or not, and he didn't. He didn't switch it on. So I remember she came back and I was like, did dad switch it on? What happened? Why did they both hit the speaker? She's like, no, dad didn't switch it on. Nothing. I don't know. Then I was like, okay, okay. Our ears must be ringing, or we both hallucinated. So yeah, then as soon as she opened the door and she came inside and closed the door, the whole vibes in the room changed. Like I swear, it like she came and sat down, and I was like doing my assignment, and I told her, "Ki, Carrie, do you feel that the whole vibes of the room changed? Like it got so I don't know, it got very heavy. It got kind of I don't know how do I say it got dark. It got heavy. It got very like ऐसा लगा कि it just pressed down in the whole just the vibe change. It was not good. It was like a uncomfortable, that type of vibe. So I was like, Annie, do you like are you feeling weird? Like, do you feel like the energy in the room has changed? Because before she went out and she came in, it was fine, it was normal. And she was like, yeah, I feel it too. Then we both were like, okay. And I don't know, it was just really weird. And we both were feeling really uncomfortable. And I remember telling her that I don't feel good. Like, I feel, I don't know, I just don't feel good all of a sudden, you know. I feel heavy. I feel like I'm like, like how you feel when you're upset, or, like when you feel like you're in danger, or you're scared, you're frightened, or, when you feel like, oh my God, that's how I was feeling. And that went on for a while, and I told her, ki, we have to sleep alone in this room, and I don't feel comfortable sleeping alone in this room, because I'm feeling like very unsafe, like something is not right. I was like, I'm scared, like I don't want to sleep alone in this room right now. And she's like, yeah, I know, I feel it too, but she's like, ignore it, ignore it, don't worry, nothing will happen, let's just not pay attention to it. So that was the things, that was, we were just, conversing about that, you were like, let's ignore it. And then my mom, she knocked on the door. I remember she knocked on the door, and me and my sister, we had got so scared. Like, she knocked, and we both were like, what? Because, already the vibes in the room had changed. Something was not right. We felt like a strong, when somebody you don't like enters the room, and, the whole just changes, and you feel like, oh, you feel like somebody, oh, you know what I'm talking about? Because the more I'm explaining, I'm feeling the more I'm confusing it more. So, anyways, so we already were a bit, like, and so then my mom knocked and we both got scared, like, oh my God. Then she opened, our mom opened the door, and she told whatever she had to, and we also did, and okay, this is where it gets different again. So as soon as my mom closed the door and she left, ऐसा लगा कि wow, we both felt so, like, wow, like the whole, this changed again. It became happy again, the energy, the vibes. ऐसा लगता है कि whatever was not good in the room left, you know uh, it just changed. And I remember telling this to my sister. I was like, Kali, did you realize now? The whole vibe changed again. It feels so much lighter. It feels like I'm feeling so much better now. Like, you could tell the difference from before and after how you're feeling. I don't know, like, before I was like, it was not good vibes, but now it feels so much lighter. Like, whatever was in here left. Like, as soon as my mom closed the door and went, it felt like, okay, like a whole weight has lifted off the shoulders, and, like, good energy, good vibes. So the room was, better. Like, it felt much, like, okay, I feel better and comfortable now. And I told her, did you realize how the whole vibes changed as soon as, the door was closed? It's like, yes, I realized this too, and I feel it too. So then I was like, okay, so you agree with me that, before the vibes was different, and now it feels much different and better. So yeah, that was the creepy thing happened. That, we heard that. Then she came inside the room. Was, it felt heavier. It felt sad, depressed, uncomfortable, scared, and, then when my mom closed the door, and, whatever was bad, or whatever those energy vibes we were feeling, we felt much better. So yeah, that was the experiences that me and my sister had together. And also, I have more. I would tell all the experiences. अगर सारे बोलने हैं, तो, we'll be here for, hours and hours and hours and hours. So I have one more experience of me that I have to tell you guys. So yes, yes, yes. I'll tell it to you. So yes, let's move on to that. That's also kind of creepy. So yes, that experience. That was also years back. I know all the experiences and everything. I'm saying years back, years back, years back. So yeah, yeah. That experience is blah, blah, blah. That experience was that it was afternoon, and yes, I remember it was when I was in 11th. I was in 11th or 12th. Yeah, I was either in 11th or 12th standard that time, and I was alone at home. No, I was like not completely alone. Like, before the freaky thing happened, my mom and sister were there and they left. Then I was alone at home. So I was, my mom and sister, they left, and I was alone. So I was sitting in that bedroom, the master bedroom, and I was doing my own thing. And also, I was having a glass of Chardonnay. So yeah, I was having a drink. So yeah, I was, having a drink, and I was chilling there on online. What am I saying? I was chilling there alone in my room, minding my own business. I think I was on my phone, or I was studying or whatever. So yeah, I was doing that thing, and okay, I was sitting like this. Okay, like our bed faces this way. If you see it from my angle right now, I was sitting like this. Okay, so our bed is facing this way, and I was sitting here, in this on this side, on the left hand side, and right next to where I was sitting, we have a like cupboards over there, and the bottom cupboard over here in the corner. Okay, like so over here in the corner, that handle is broken. So it's kind of like it's loose. So upper se it's broken. So it's like ऐसा wait like this. Okay, so this is the handle. So it it's like this. It's broken. So it like ऐसा बस उसको उठा के ऐसा रखना है, then it becomes a handle. So ऊपर से टूटा है तो वो ऐसा नीचे है. So so it was on top only. Sometimes it stays on top. On the top, like it stays as a handle. Oh my gosh, this is so confusing. So yes. So hang in there, you'll understand. So it was staying like a normal handle. Let me show it to you guys. Hang on. Let me show it to you guys. So let me show you. Oops, I'm covering the camera right now. See this. Let me show it to you guys. Hang on, okay? Let me show you. There's a flipping camera. I, how I'm recording right now, why can't I flip the brightness is increased. Why can't I flip the camera? Hang on, so I'll show you a clip of me explaining it in this room only, because in that room my sister is currently there. So I'll explain a clip of me. I'll show you a clip of me explaining it. I can't flip it, so I'll have to start a whole new recording. Hang on, let me show you. So, yes, what all lens I have to go to explain this to you guys, so I don't confuse you and you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, this is how the handle type is over there, but it's even more smaller. So, this is how the handle is. Like, that handle is broken from here. So, ये ऊपर का ना ये ऐसा लटकता है नीचे. तो can you see like इधर से चिपका है. तो लेकिन वो निकल गया था इधर से. So, that was the handle. So, that day it was like this, okay? And I was minding my own business, and I hear scratching coming. Okay, all of a sudden I hear scratching coming, and I look at the side, and all of a sudden this falls. ऐसा नीचे, like this was on top. Okay, this was not this particular door. It all happened in that room. Okay, this is just for example. So yeah, it just automatically fell. So now you guys know what I mean, right? ये ऊपर से ऐसा नीचे आ गया था in that room. So now you guys have an idea. So yeah, let me go sit back there and I'll continue with my story. So yes, now that I have oh sorry. So yes, now that I have shown you kind of an idea what I mean, right? So yeah, वो नीचे गिर गया था. So yeah, I was just sitting there minding my business. I hear scratching, like and then I look over there and I was like, what? Like I'm alone. Nobody like what? How can I hear scratching? And suddenly वो ऐसा ऊपर से नीचे गिर गया. Like it was in that only handle position as I showed you a normal handle is supposed to be. Like for us, like कभी वो ऐसा हवे से that is in the corner over there down वो हवे से कैसे गिर सकता है? The fan was also off. And as soon as I heard that scratching and I looked over there, वो नीचे गिर गया. I was like, what? So yeah, after that happened, I was just like, okay, not a big deal. So I went back to doing my own thing. I didn't bother much about that. So because I was like, kya hi kar sakte? Like I'm so used to all these things. When I'm sleeping at night or when I'm alone or something happens, I hear some noise, I just ignore it. Or if I hear it, I say go, shh, don't disturb me. Essence, करके I ignore it because kya hi kar sakte हैं? And I'm like used to all these things now. So yeah, that was the things that have happened. And also one tricky thing with my mom also happened that this is going to be TMI, but a family member had passed away in our house because of COVID. So yeah, okay. So because of COVID, so this was around 2021, 22, 21, yeah, around that time. So yeah, and that day, no. It was not because of COVID. It was because of some other reason. Because yeah, yes, I got confused with the details. So it was because of some other reason. It was couple of days after, I think, and my mom used to sleep alone in the hall at that time on the sofa. She used to sleep in the hall alone that time, and she told me and my sister that she felt like as if they were there in the room, over there. She felt their presence, like as if they were sitting in the, in the room on the sofa and watching her sleep. So she told me that she actually felt as if, they're come because, you say it's like after, your loved ones pass away, they come and visit you, like, what I'm saying? Like, they come and visit, they're always their presence, their soul is always there with you. So they always come and visit you. So, she said that she felt like, they were still there, and, that they had come to visit her. Like, she felt their presence over there. So, she told me that, yesterday night when I was sleeping, I felt as if, that person was, I'm not going to say who it was, I'm not going to say anything else, but I'm just going to say, like, as if they were there, and I really felt it, and it was really nice. So that also a sense of, when a loved one passed away, my mom, she has felt the presence and everything. So yeah, also sometimes, my mom has told me and my sister that, sometimes at a random she feels as if somebody, pushed her in her sleep, or, somebody is pulling her, as a incident my mom faces. She told me and my sister that she faced, when she's sleeping the hall alone. Now she sleeps with my sister in that room. So yeah, that was the experience. Also, I'm just gonna tell you this one experience, and I'm gonna end the video because I don't want the video to be too long. Maybe if I remember a small, incident, I'll tell that also. But this is the main one I want to tell, and then I'll end the video. Okay, so. Yeah, this incident goes as such. Me, my sister, and my dad, we three used to sleep in one room. That is the master bedroom, and we were sleeping late at night, and suddenly I hear walking. Like, I sleep like, how do I explain this now? So, okay, I'm just gonna say that I was sleeping, right? I heard like somebody was walking, and I was like under my blanket and everything. And I heard somebody was walking. I heard footsteps behind me. I don't remember the time. That time it must have it must have obviously been late at night because, everybody was sleeping. So I heard footsteps as if somebody was walking behind me, clear as day. And then next, and then yeah, I remember like going up, and I was no, I don't think I see. I don't remember because this was again years back, so I don't remember the exact details. If I opened, if I peeped out of my blanket, and I must have looked around, what, who's there? I don't think I did that because come on, like after you have freaking heard footsteps behind you, who has the guts to peep out of their blanket and say who it is? So I must have ignored it only. And I remember the next day, the next morning, I asked Mr. Ki, in the middle of the night, did you walk behind me? Did you go out of the room to, whatever, for whatever? Did you go out of the room? She's like, no, I never went out of the room. Why would I do? I was sleeping. I was like, okay, it was not you. Then I asked my dad. I was like, Dad, were you walking? Because he sleeps next to me. So he sleeps here, and I used to, sleep in the middle. I mean, sit over there. So I asked my dad, Dad, in the middle of the night, did you walk around the room, or did you go out of the room or something? He was like, no, why would I do that? I was sleeping. So that was another suspicious thing. So it was not my sister, it was not my dad, and obviously it will not be my mom. She was sleeping in the hall, and why the hell will she come and walk around in the room, yeah? So that was also one of the, freaky things that happened. Like, I heard footsteps behind me, and like it was clear as day, as if somebody was walking right behind me across the room. Like, like that, and like that behind me, like an L shape. So yeah, I heard somebody walking behind me. So yeah, that also. Oh, also one thing. Once I was cooking, okay, and I had left the window a bit open because I was ready, for smoke and everything to go out of the kitchen. I left it slightly open, and I was doing my business. And I was cooking, so I was cutting the vegetables doing my business, and and there was no wind that time. Okay, it could not have been the wind because the wind is not that strong to shut a whole window. So I had kept it open, and I heard the window shut, like all of a sudden. And it's that window where you have to press with this and pull it across. So that must have not been that could not have been the wind, not at all. So yeah, I was just cooking, and I heard the window shut, and I was like, wait a minute. And then I turned around and looked, and I'm like, that's shut. I had opened that, so I don't know how that shut on its own. So yeah, these are just a few, crazy instances that have happened in my house. So my house is suspicious. Sometimes, I'll hear somebody calling me in the room. I don't know, everybody have faced this, and some rationalize it like, oh, it must have been a hallucination, or it must have, been this, it must have been the wind, it must have been that. Sometimes you hear your mom is calling your name, or somebody in your house called your name, and you went and said, ki, what, and they were like, no, we never called you, or nobody's at home. So yeah, I've heard that. I've heard my when my dad is not at home, I've heard his whistling sound coming, and he's not there at home. So where did that whistling come from? And nobody else in my house except me and my dad knows how to whistle. And I heard the exact replica of my dad whistling, but he's not at home. So those like these instances I've heard. So yeah, this was just the main things that I've experienced. So I just thought I'll randomly just share it out into the world. So yeah, that was just it. So yeah. So yeah, that was the main. That was the main, thing of the video, and yeah, I've told you guys the important things, the main instances that have happened in my house. So yeah, that is it for the video. I hope you liked watching this video, and if you did, if you could relate to any of this, or if you're a big believer of the paranormal and all those things, me too. Same pinch. So give me a follow on Instagram, subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time I post a brand new video. So yeah, I hope you like watching this video, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Bye.